Marketing Masters, SEO
Yeah, you got
Marketing
it.
Masters. Okay, great. Well, and honestly, you guys, to me, you answer phone calls, you answer emails. You're so helpful. I really appreciate what you have to offer, and what you're going to be talking tonight is so valuable right now, because we're in a time where we cannot be face to face with everybody we want to service, and this is something that will really help you stay top of mind. You can make sure your business is being seen, that you can share your products and services, added value, and it's important to me to be able to bring options to our businesses. And I'm so honored that you guys were able to do this for us tonight on a Friday night at 6:30. I just appreciate this, and I know that it is really, really going to be beneficial to a lot of our businesses. It's very important, and it's a really great product. So thank you so much.
Welcome. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for the invitation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with the Chamber, we've been working together in a few webinars in the past about the kind of the same thing, kind of breaking down with this whole kind of like gray cloud of what digital marketing is and what are all these different pieces. It's so confusing. It takes so much time. So we'll be breaking it down once again.
Yes.
Right. For like what's going on right now with COVID-19.
Yes.
So this is the Digital Marketing Survival Guide. This is Katie. My name is Angelo from SEO Marketing Masters. And we created this guide for businesses that are going through this COVID-19 global pandemic, right? We wanted to break down what are the essential parts of what an online business should have, and transition to the internet in an effective way and fast. So SEO Marketing Masters, our company, agency, we help business owners and businesses get found online, get paid online, and nurture relationships. So like I said, we help them establish themselves online effectively and in a fast way. With this whole thing with COVID-19, we have seen a lot of different things on TV, right? We've seen that the demand has decreased a lot of services. A lot of businesses are closing. We see the different impacts of the two different waves that we have had lately. And it's very, very important to have these no contact business policies, right? So we don't want to be face to face with people to close, right? We need to be following that. Employees have been laid off. It's a whole mess, right?
Yeah.
Some other businesses are thriving, which is great. They have had a lot of business, but a lot of other ones are not. And yeah, the economy is getting a huge hit that we hopefully with this information you're able to tame it a little bit for this, for this wave and hopefully thrive once the economy goes back to normal.
And I just wanted to say too, with COVID-19, of course, it's the most obvious example of why this is important, because it's the only way that you're able to do business right now. A lot of businesses is to be online and to communicate with your customers digitally. And again, we've talked to many business owners, and zero of them got into their business because they wanted to be spending all of their time learning digital marketing tactics and strategies and software. So what we try to do is to simplify this as much as you can. As you can see here, this is the entire thing that we're going to talk about today, the entire survival guide. And we like to think of it as a machine. So I'm sure you've been told, and maybe you feel a little overwhelmed about maybe one cog in the machine, social media, you have to do it this way and you have to do this and this and this. And that's great, but that's just one cog in this whole machine. So it's necessary that you understand kind of the basics of what it means to have your online presence taken care of like this and to have all the essentials of digital marketing. So we're just going to lay it out for you. We're going to tell you what you need, and then we're also going to show you what we believe to be the easiest and fastest way to achieve that.
Right. So since we're talking about the internet domain, everything starts with a Google search, right? And why are we using Google? It's the biggest, the largest search engine in the world. It processes thousands and thousands of searches every single second. Okay, so that basically means that there's somebody out there looking for a product or service that probably matches what you're offering. And it's important that you, for example, show up online. Okay, so that's the point, and that's the part that we say how to get found online. And in this particular topic, we have three different ways that you can get found online. The first one would be listings, then it would be your website, and then it would be social media. These three pieces are not in any hierarchical order, but um, this is what is involved when Google pulls information to somebody that is doing a Google search. Is going to be one of these three things. So let's go to listings. If you have never heard of what this is, just think about what Yellow Pages used to be in the past. This huge yellow book with very little typography where you used to look for businesses, right? Now, the digital version of that exists. In not only Yellow Pages, we have something called Google My Business, and that's probably the most popular directory out there where all your business information shows up and where people can contact you when they look for a service on Google. There's there's about 70 plus platforms where your business can show up. So it's very important that you show up in as many places as you can and that you keep the information as coherent as you can. Okay. Any discrepancy that you have in information, let's say in Google, you're called, I don't know, some name, right? And then on Yelp, you have a different name. Even if the rest is correct, the rest of the information, Google is going to think that it's a different business. So even if you have one directory, get it right, okay? And so now that somebody, let's say, finds you online through listings, let's say your listings showed up, whether it's Google, Yelp, or Facebook, or Yellow Pages, TripAdvisor, etc. That doesn't mean that somebody is going to do business with you. They are going to look at something that is very mysterious called reviews. Okay, reviews and are very important. And why are they important? Because there's a competition out there. You have different businesses, different restaurants, different insurance companies, and some people offer stuff, and we want to see if they deliver, right? So we're going to look at what people are saying about that business and base our purchasing decision on that. And what we wanted to tell you about reviews to keep in mind, because it can be a little bit complicated here. A lot of people get confused with this. In terms of reviews, we need to make sure that we have positive reviews on our Google listing, okay? Or Yelp, or whatever platform you're working on. The recency of reviews is also a factor, okay? You don't want reviews that are 2-3 years, old. You want something that is a month ago, probably 2-3 months. That's fine. Remember that reviews that are too old, that means that something could have happened maybe in the management, and we don't have an updated information of what's happening in that business. The other thing is to have a good amount of reviews. So we have to look at the competition for that and see if we are, surpassing them. The other thing that is going to help you a lot is to respond to reviews, right? So this means that every time that somebody leaves you a comment, you're going to log in, read that comment, and answer to it in a very polite way, right? Even if you don't agree with it, it's very important that you respond, because that means you're taking care of it, okay? And Katie's going to tell us a little bit more about that. So remember, if you have never heard of this stuff, just go to google.com/mybusiness and start filling out your information there about your business, and try to claim another one. If you already have Google, why don't you claim your Yelp, okay, listing. Make sure all the information is correct there.
Mhm. So Angelo's saying that, okay, we need to get listed across 70 of these platforms. So like he said, we can go into each one individually and do that. But there is a way that you can just go in one time, enter all of this information, and have it listed across all these platforms. So again, we're just going to show you through the software that we recommend. We've done a lot of research, and we feel like this is the easiest way to do all these things. So listings, like we mentioned, we want to get listed across all these 60 plus platforms. So what information is necessary to have in a listing? Well, of course, your business name would be the most important. And just wanted to stress this, a lot of businesses that we see and we run scans on, they have different business names across these 70 plus platforms because they haven't gone to check them. So there was one that, you know, was maybe like SEO Marketing Masters, and then on Yelp was jalapeno something somehow. So you want to make sure that your business name is matching across all of those platforms so people know who you are, right? You want to put the category of your business. So that could be, you know, are you I heard the other day a mobile pet groomer, you know, that's kind of gaining traction now. Or are you an internet marketing agency? Are you an Italian restaurant? That's important for Google to classify you. So when people are searching, you know, pet grooming in Hemet, that you're popping up. So this is very important for categorizing your business. Of course, it's extremely important to have your address and to make sure that that is the same across all those platforms. So to make sure that you have the correct address, if you have a suite number or something, to make sure that that is added on there too. So when people, after this is all over, they're going to be able to find you. Of course, your telephone number is extremely important too. And on a lot of these listing sites, they offer the opportunity to put URLs. So this could be to schedule an appointment with you. This could be to go to your website, whatever you'd like to do. This is very important to have a URL if there's an option. So you can also add this through the software as well. An email address, if you take certain kind of payment methods, to have that in there. And then getting to business hours, it's especially during COVID-19, a lot of businesses have changed their business hours or the way that they do business. So through here, you can temporarily change these instead of having to log into, you know, all these different listing sites to change this. You can just go in here, and you want to make sure that you change this so your customers are being updated on your new hours of operation, and that you have a nice description of your business, saying what you offer, your services, a little bit about your company. And again, of course, there's more things. There's like pictures that you can add that are going to appeal to new people that are coming to your business. So those are all a part of listings that are extremely important. And of course, lastly, your website. So once I've entered all this information in here, once I click save, that is automatically going to list my business across all these platforms that we talked about, just one time. And if anything changes, then instead of logging into all these things, I can just go in here, and then I can change it one time, and it will automatically populate. So that's great for brand congruency. So it's all the same. And then it's good for your ranking on Google, because it's seeing that all your information is the same across all these 70 plus platforms. And you'll be listed on all of these, which is better than, I would say, most business owners that we talk to, that usually if we're lucky, they're listed on maybe Google My Business or Yelp and have those claimed. So, okay, so Angelo said that we need to be listed across all these platforms, right? He also said that, okay, we're listed on here, but if we don't have good reviews, then there's no way that people are going to go with our business. So we need a way for people to be giving us reviews while we're running our business. So we need to have this set up, which is kind of like a campaign that will send out a review request. So as you can see here, when you're making an email to send out a request, you can do it manually. You can ask your customers to leave you a review, but of course during COVID-19, it's going to be necessary that we can do this digitally. So, you know, use nice language. Thanks for trusting in us. Please tell us what you think. And then we want to make sure that we have a button here that will take them to leave a review on Google, on Yelp, on whatever platform you'd like to build up your reviews on. So we can generate them, but Angelo also said that we need to respond to them, because that's important for our ranking and it's important for new people coming to our business. So across 70 platforms, that's a lot to respond to. So all of them will come in here, and then you can just respond to them, good or bad, and make sure that if it's less than 3 stars, that you can take care of that issue. So there we have it. We're listed across all these 60 plus platforms. We're generating reviews automatically while we're running our business, and we're also responding to these reviews. So we're managing our reviews online.
Second way we can get found online is going to be through our website. So here we see a lot of problems, right? And why are we seeing all these problems with people? First, they have websites that are not updated, okay? COVID-19 is happening. Nothing in there is about COVID-19. So it's important that we constantly update it, okay? A website, the purpose is to be a call to action device. That means that people that go in, they get excited about your products, your services, your story, and you're using appealing language that they, decide to get in contact with you. That's the whole purpose of the website, okay? So it's important that you have, obviously, all of your business information the same way you did it on the listings. Put your address, put your phone number, put your hours of operation. It's very important because Google and your potential customer or prospect is going to see this congruency, this brand congruency. Google is a machine, right? So Google is going to see, okay, this website belongs to this business, right? This listing belongs to this business. So we need to show up on the first page of Google if we can. We need to use, like I said, appealing language and relevant language about our business, about our story, about our services and products, okay? And we need to drive people to contact us. That's the whole purpose of the website.
So let's just show you an example. So of course, if we're talking about websites, then we should be following that advice for best practices. So we're going to show you our website here. So as you can see, you want to use exciting language, like we were saying, power words. So amp up is the kind of exciting language, and it says digital marketing and SEO. So you know right when you come to our page that it's digital marketing and SEO. Okay, I have that down. It's clear. And in Hemet, so amp it up in Hemet, California. So you can have this for different locations. We service companies around the United States, so we have different locations that we service. So we have that on our website. But this is important for Google to classify you, to have these locations on your home page. So again, somebody comes, there's nice language there. They know what our company's about. They know the location. Here's the phone number right here. And then as you can see, there's the contact page. There's these little widgets that you can add to your website as well to schedule an appointment, to call you, or to interact with your business in any way. Here's an extra contact form, like a little pop-up. So when someone comes to our page, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways that they can get in contact with us, which is going to increase the likelihood of them going with our business when they come to our page. And then all down your page, you want to have a list of your services so people know exactly what you're offering. So they can see, okay, I know kind of what these people are about. It's reviews, it's social media, listings. If you have packages, please put those in there. Any people who you've done business with, make sure that you put those in there as well. So this is just an example of one website, and then we'd like to show you another one with the same thing. As you can see here, they have even more information. There's the their email address at the top, the address here, the phone number, the name, and they have the same widgets that we have on the side. So you can see there's lots of opportunities for them to contact to get in contact with them. And then you see exactly what they're about through this nice video in the background. You know, it's an automotive place. So this is kind of what you want your website to look like. You want to make sure that, you know, if you're comparing right now and it's like, oh, I don't have my phone number or my email number or any pop-up form or anything, you just want to make sure that your website is getting people to take action. So these would be two great examples of what we were talking about.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so we have a website. We got our listings ready. We have reviews. We have our website. People are finding us. Now, the third thing that Google is actually considering when it comes to a Google search is social media, okay? So that means that when somebody is looking for something, is doing a Google search, right, using this huge search engine that Google is pulling information that it's seeing on social media, whether it's about a product or a service. So it's very important. This is our third part of getting found, right? To have all of our social media profiles updated. So think about social media profiles a little bit like what we did with our business listings. Okay, so let's create those profiles, update them with all of your business information. Once again, make your Facebook page and put your business hours, put your website. And I'm sorry I'm being repetitive, but about 95 to 98% of the businesses that we talk to, you know, on a regular basis are failing on this. Okay, so it's very important that we fix this. Okay, so let's create a Facebook page, let's create a Twitter account, let's create an Instagram, let's create a LinkedIn, and of course your Google My Business supports now an ability for you to post articles.
So we could do a whole webinar just on social media. There's lots of different details that we could go into, but seeing social media as a search engine, a way to get found like on Google, it's just important that you understand that each social media page has a way for you to optimize it. So on Facebook, for example, there's a button that you can add your information on there. So it's different for each social media platform. But you just want to make sure that if there's information that you can enter in there, like, you know, your services or scheduling or anything, just optimize the page as much as you can, because that's going to help you get found from these search engines. And then it says here, use local keywords. All that means is if you're a pizza shop in Hemet, then just write, we're a pizza shop in Hemet somewhere on your social media page, so it can know what you're about. So we'll talk a little bit more about social media to communicate with your customers in a little bit, but this is just for getting found aspect.
Perfect. Now you're doing probably 95% better than a lot of businesses out there. If you haven't done this work, just go ahead and do it this weekend. It's the perfect weekend to start this, because like we said, this COVID-19 thing is going to be over at some point, and there's going to be an influx of customers coming in, and you want to make sure that you are the one that is gathering the most business, hopefully. And so that's on the side of when it comes to getting found online. Okay, let's review it again. Listings, website, social media. We got found. Now what do we do? Okay,
we found you. Now what happens?
Now what is it supposed to happen? We're going to put all of these people into a client database. And what does that mean? So when somebody finds us online, right, they're going to pick up the phone, they're going to send us an email, right? Or any touch point that they find online, right? They're going to set up an appointment. That's another way people can get in contact with you. So no matter what way they get in contact with us, we have to collect their information. That's what we need to focus on, because we need to grow this client database. And this client database doesn't always have to be clients, right? We can have leads here, right? We can have clients, we can have VIP clients if we need to, right? Somebody that does a lot of business with us. If you're not using technology to do that, you can do it, I don't know, in a notebook, I guess, but it's if you are using currently technology, it's important that you update it, right? Important that you have all of their information of that person, their phone number, their email address, their name, and have a way to track what was the last business activity that you did with that person, right? And kind of tag them, see if what type of service did they purchase, right? So like we said, people can get in contact with you through phone, email, through the contact form on our website, on your website, and our website too, and through an appointment setting. Okay, so Katie's gonna talk to us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so Angela's saying we need to collect a client database, and so what we think is that if someone's already going to contact you, then why not kill two birds with one stone? Why not use that as an opportunity to collect and save their information in your client database or just digital client list, right? So if you come to our page, for example, you would go to contact, and this is actually it's called a website widget that you would just grab within here, a little widget that you would attach to your website. And then someone already needs this service, digital marketing services, or, they're looking for a contractor, a roofer, or something like that. So when they're reaching out to you, they're already going to put all their information in here and reach out. So there you go. That's one bird, right? They're getting in contact with you. And then the second bird that you're killing with one stone is that you're collecting this information. So when they press submit, their information is automatically being saved within your client database. So it's going to be put in here. If they make an appointment, that's automatically going to go to your calendar. So it's just a very easy way to collect this information. And as Angela was saying, this is very, very important now because it's the only way that you can really keep in contact with any of your clients with everything going on with COVID. So it's important to let them know you're still open, or you're running promotions online, or you've changed the way that you do business. So this is a very amazing digital asset and very, very important for this whole machine of digital marketing.
Perfect. So we got somebody doing, just to recap a little bit, somebody looking for something on Google, right? They are ready to purchase something. They have the money to do it. They know they have a problem, or they want a service that you have, and they found you. They found you either through your listings, either through your website, or through your social media profiles, because you're posting constantly, right? And we were able to get that person or all these people to our client database. Now, the next step we're supposed to do, and the next part of the machine, the next piece of the machine, is the client communication. Okay, super, super crucial right now in these times. And I think whoever did the best job at this, got the most business, right? Mm-hmm. Because, a lot of businesses were closed and people didn't know, right? And it's important that we're telling, like Katie said, constantly to all of our clients what's going on with our business. So this is part of nurturing the relationship with our clients, and this is whether it's COVID or no COVID. We have to be constantly engaging with these people, right? And there are three main ways that you can communicate, and a lot of us know that email marketing is a very common way. Text campaigns are becoming more popular, and like we just said, social media marketing. The thing about email marketing is that it's the most common way of nurturing and cultivating relationships. It's also very personable because you have information about them, and you can make it, a little bit more tailored to a certain group of people. It's your digital asset. That means this is how basically you're going to nurture your business, right? By nurturing this relationship. And you keep your customers updated with all this stuff. Text marketing, people open it, of course, way more because it comes straight to their phone. The response is way higher as well. You can tailor it also for segmented to different types of people, of course. And this would be perfect. This would be a perfect tool for the pandemic that we're going through right now. it's kind of like an emergency tool that you should have as well. The other thing is social media. We talked about, because people are hanging out there a lot. Okay,
Yes.
people, especially
Too
now,
much.
the screen time is through the roof, right? Everybody's just watching whatever, scrolling through.
Yeah.
And guess what? There's a lot of products that are, of course, placed in these social media profiles where people are commenting, asking for prices. And there has been like tons of transactions that happen inside of social media, right? So like we see some statistics here, 3.2 billion people are using this thing, and probably more now.
Yes.
Super powerful, and it's important that you capitalize on this.
So as Angela said, we need to communicate with our clients through all these different means. So of course, there's different softwares that you can do to do that. It's just, we found that this one is very effective for doing that. So all you would do to set up an email campaign is you would just come in here, and we just want to show you, because a lot of business owners, maybe they haven't run an email campaign, or maybe they're only sending them from their personal email, which takes a lot of time. So we just want to show you that there is a way that you can actually schedule emails. So this is, I mean, you can even just pick a template if you want, and that look really professional, because you do want these to look really nice, because it has to do with your branding and everything. So say that, for example, you want to communicate with your customers that you have a promotion for COVID-19. You're doing 30% off orders of $20 or more, right? And so you would just communicate with them, and make sure that you're using language that is appealing to them. And then, as we've mentioned before, you want to have a call to action, which is basically just a button, so they can click on that and go somewhere else. So again, for restaurants, this is great that are only doing takeout, that this would go to a URL where they can order something, or they can claim a coupon or something like that. And then make sure that this picture here is something that is related to what you're promoting, and that's appealing and would get them kind of interested in that promotion. So the time, it kind of depends on your industry. If it's, you know, if it's kind of a dinner special, maybe you want to send it out in the afternoon or the day before, or something like that, to kind of get some exposure to that. So you can set the time here. If you wanted to go to a certain type of client, since you'll have all of your clients here and they'll be tagged and separated, then you can choose which people that it goes to. And then Angelo also mentioned text message, because that has a higher open rate. So how do we send out a text campaign? You simply just click it here. If you wanted it, as you can see, this is kind of how it will come out to the client. If you want it to be email, then you would just do that. And once you click active, then this will be active and sent out to all of those people. So again, if you're scheduling this, then this will be kind of running in the background and communicating with your customers while you're running your business. So Angelo also mentioned social media. So we wanted to show you here. Again, there's many different scheduling tools. If you like to do live videos on social media, that's great. That's really, really good for engaging people, and Facebook loves live videos. But it's also important that you're updating them. This is crucial for the survival of your business, that you're updating your clients and your customers on what you have going on, and what promotions you have going on to stay in business during this time. So again, it's the biggest thing for us, we think, is to save people time and hassle. So I think by kind of having all of your platforms in a scheduling tool, whatever scheduling tool you choose to go with, so you only have to write a post one time instead of going into each individual one to update people about something. So, you know, if you have 30% off orders online, you know, and you want to pick a photo, because again, that's great for engaging people, you can schedule it to even go out at a certain time. So you're not having to physically, you know, go in there and update it every single time. So once you schedule, it wants us to pick, you know, a photo or something. Whenever you pick a photo and then you schedule it, it will automatically have it scheduled here and go out at that time while you're running your business. So there you have it, the email marketing, the text marketing, and social media marketing that takes care of all of the client communication aspect.
one more recap. We got somebody looking for something. They found us through our listings, through our websites, through our social media. All of it has a huge call to action. They are optimized to show up on the first page of Google. Then they are in our client database, and they are classified, they are tagged in different ways. So everything is nice and organized. We have all of the information of that person, their email, their phone number, their website, the last time we saw them, the last purchase that they did. And then now in this COVID-19, and even in the future, we're going to use client communication to let them know about what deals we got going on, to let them know that we're open again, that we're up and running, that we're ready to serve them. And what's the last part? Don't you think is the most important part, that we get paid?
Getting paid.
So digital payments, very important to have. And a lot of people, with all these different pieces that we're showing you, they were kind of doing a little bit, right? And they were being a little, lazy about it. We understand, and we know business owners are super busy. And when we talk to them, they always, tell us how busy they are. Well, now is a great time that if you're not as busy, that you work on all of these different pieces. And the one that a lot of people don't have is this digital payments, right? So there are so many, or I wouldn't say so many, but there's a few payment processing systems out there, right? We got Venmo, Square, PayPal, Stripe, Braintree, and basically these are going to allow us to receive payments super, super fast, because the client or your prospect or somebody you're sending an estimate or an invoice can pay through their phone. You see the picture there, somebody holding a phone. Well, people can pay you right away, and you have this contactless policy met.
Yep. So again, many different ways to send a digital invoice, but what kind of does that look like? So we just wanted to show you kind of what that's going to look like when you're charging someone. Say that you're a contractor or whatever, and you're out on the road and you don't have time, like, oh, I got to write it up or I got to mail it, and you want to get paid now. So all you have to do, this is kind of what other invoicing, digital invoices might look like, is again, having this connected to your CRM or your list of clients, so you can automatically get them into this invoice. So it's already going to have all of their information. You could just put the amount in here, and then you have the issue date, the due date, and then whatever service that was. And guess what? This person can pay directly through this invoice. So once you press send, you can send this via email or text, and that person can pay you right away. So this is amazing for what's going on with COVID-19, because it's very fast, it's efficient, it's contactless, and it's the best way to get paid online. Even as well, you can just charge someone, you can record a payment. So this is all kind of making the payment system of your business digital, and having all these different options that people can pay you without having to be there physically or having to have a written invoice. So that's a getting paid aspect.
So we covered different pieces here. There you have it. This is the Digital Marketing Survival Guide. We're going to recap one more time quickly, right? We got somebody, right? This is called traffic. In digital marketing, that's called traffic, okay? People coming to the internet, right?
Your future clients.
Your future clients, when they say, I want my website to drive more traffic, that means a lot of people looking at you on Google, right? And then choosing your website to go to check it out, just to check it out, right? And then once they see your business online, they are going to see whether it's listings, right? We talked about Google, we talked about Yelp, we talked about Yellow Pages, and there's 60, even 70 plus platforms that you can be populated in. So we said that for listings, we want to have accurate information, business hours, and so on and so forth. We talked about website and how your website has to be a call to action website. Think about it as your salesperson. This is going to have nice language, exciting. It's going to tell your story and all that. And then we're going to have our social media profiles where you're going to also tell about your story in the about us. In every social media profile, you have an about us that you can fill out with your story, and you also can put all the business information about your store, your services. If you're a consultant, you can do all of that as well. That's about getting found. Then client database, we said nurture that, grow it, and then use client communications to keep engaging with your clients and telling what's going on with your business. Go live on Facebook and tell them what's going on. Say, hey, I'm, Angelo and Katie, and we appreciate your business. Currently, we're only serving this type of food, or we're only doing takeout. Or roofers, you can go out there and say, hey, we're up and running. COVID is not affecting us. Just call us if you want to get your roof done. And at the end, we have digital payments, right? People, when you communicate with them, they can get access, like Katie showed us, to a coupon or to go right away and get an estimate, right? So there you have it, the Digital Marketing Survival Guide. Katie and Angelo, we're the founders of SEO Marketing Masters, and Katie's going to tell us a little bit more about some other stuff going on.
So as we said, this is the entire machine. We try and simplify it as much as we can. Of course, we could have gone into paid advertising, and there's lots of different ways that you can communicate with clients and make it very complicated. But this is what we feel like are the bare essentials of what you need to be set up online to survive this COVID and then be prepared for after, when everything goes back to normal. So as we have been kind of citing in this PowerPoint, what we believe to be the easiest way to do all of these things is through the software called Thrive, which we've been showing. And it's the biggest small business software company in the United States. And they actually recently partnered with SBDC on a national level, which shows their commitment to small businesses. And so what we wanted to tell you about is that they're currently running a COVID-19 grant program, and they're offering between $2,500 to $15,000 of grants to small business owners. So we wanted to tell you guys a little bit about that because Thrive is a great company and is offering this wonderful program. So please go to that thrivefoundation.org to take advantage of that. And then in addition to that, they're also offering this COVID-19 emergency offer. And basically what that looks like, I'll show you the regular pricing that they have for Thrive. As you can see here, all of the packages include everything that we talked about today and more. This is the list of your customers. This is digital payments, social media scheduling tool, all the listings across all those different platforms, and the ability to email your customers and be in contact with them during this time. But the professional actually comes with a fully designed website. So again, this alone usually costs, on the low end from $4,000 up to $10,000, but that is included in this package with social media posting on your behalf as well. So they'll actually do 12 posts a month for you. And then in the unlimited, that's all of these features, but with videos, with professional video. So a professional video crew will actually come to your business and film you. And you will own 12 videos to use it however you'd like. So these are the normal prices, but because of COVID-19, they're doing a limited time offer. It's this COVID-19 assistance offer where they're offering the first month of the software free. So normally what you owe is a $250 deposit and the price of that software, but they're giving that completely for free. And then the $250 deposit is going towards your total in the second month. So the plus, you wouldn't owe anything. It's kind of like you're paying that in advance. The professional would take that $250 off of there, and same with the unlimited. So we aren't sure how long this is going to last. They've told us till the end of April, which it's almost the end of April now. So if you're interested in getting set up online, saving time, and kind of, able to just rest easy knowing that you have every single aspect of digital marketing in place, please get in contact with us. We're happy to go over any more details about Thrive with you. We have our contact information here. You can either email us at info@seomarketingmasters.com or Katie, Katie, at SEOmarketingmasters.com. We have our phone number here, which is also in the chat box, or you can contact us via the contact form on our website at the URL you see there. So yeah, that's the end of our presentation. This is the entire machine, and we hope you guys got some value out of it.
The other thing that we're able to do is business analysis. We have all the tools to run a scan on people's businesses and see how they are performing in all those different aspects that we talked about, like getting found and how the website is performing as well. So that's open out there too. If any of you want to get in contact with us, we can run a full scan of the business, right?
So
it's kind of like
see where you're at,
like an MRI, basically.
So yeah, if you're interested, again, just please feel free to reach out to us via phone or email, and we're happy to help. Even if you just have general questions, that's fine as well. We're happy to be a resource.
And finally, I think if you know anybody that is struggling with this whole thing of how to getting in online effectively and fast and without spending hours watching tutorials and doing everything manually and stuff, you can of course pass around our information. We're happy to get in contact with them.